After 3 years, the CTMC has brought back Cycler, one of the community's most notoriously chaotic events. Each party of players has to build a dungeon with a given theme. However, every 15 minutes, all parties rotate to the next dungeon chronologically. This process continues until we run out of cycles. Let me show you how it went for me.
Alright, so to start, we were given Area 4, which was the melon mines. So we carved off first with a big old rock brush to carve out the area. Then smooth it with some Vox Sniper fill and blend vault so we can get some nice terrain. A nice smooth area layout, and then we used the fall height brush to create a nice board around the area, as well as some blockades across the area, so it was just a massive flat thing. We then used a bunch of cylinder brushes to go ahead and create a path across the area from the look of it, and then just blend balled it so we created a nice smoother path and made it make more sense. And for the first cycle, since we were only given 15 minutes, it's not like I could accomplish much more than the terrain, so I decided to just only make terrain with maybe something more interesting. The wool box is a little deeper in the area, but there's not much to go off of. So yeah, these are the melon mines terrains for this area. Not much to go off of, but it got the job done from the look of it. After that, we moved on to Lush Ruins, which is the 5th area out of 6 actually. And we were given this giant sphere cave with that was barely colored. It was way too big, honestly, and I didn't remove any of it just because I was too lazy, and people told me not to, so I decided not to. So I just colored the rest of it with moss. Used the height brush to create some more, blockades around, more obstacles. Recolored it with that green copper and the stone bricks. And I did make the wool box. I made the wool box locations for a lot of the areas because no one really does that for some reason. And I didn't really make loot or mobs throughout most of the event itself. So yeah, you can see I made a beautiful wool box over there made of shulker boxes and bamboo trap doors. And this is probably one of the bigger areas, but probably one of the better areas too. Then I used a 14er edit vine brush just to, it's called Lush Ruins. I gotta make it lush. Then we move on to the 6th area, which is the final area, and it's abstract art. So you can see it's pretty bizarre looking. It got even more bizarre after I was done, but all I really did was try to connect the pieces of the area together with these little quartz bridges. That way, there's some semblance of a path for the player to navigate around the area besides just running around aimlessly. There were already spawners and stuff when I got here, so I another reason for me not to even work on them. There was a little Sheol statue over here, so I decided to make some drip leaf parkour to lead to it. But I don't know why that painting you can see is flickering in and out of existence. But other than that, I just decided it's because the area is just a big circle once I connect it all. And the way I do it is just a really easy way to go about it if you don't want to do it manually. It's just to create like one line and then slash stack it in a certain direction. But other than that, that's abstract art. So since that was the final area, after that cycle, it cycled us to the monument, which is area 0 technically, which is Project 4M Halcyon Dojo Galaxy Clouds. This area is kind of small for a Helicio themed area, and most of it was already done, so I didn't really do much besides just plant a bunch of birch trees. I don't know if I did that water, but I doubt it was me. Oh no, I bone mealed it. I bone mealed the water and put some sea pickles in them. I also added stuff around the spawn location, like the logs and the hay bales, and I splattered coal around the area, just so there was at least a little bit of utility for the player to get. I also added a couple secret items, like there's some gravel blocks around the area where if you look behind them, there's some decent items to use, which is nice. The player has something to look forward to a little bit in this area. And then I also I added a chest floor right by that monument over there. You see the patented KVT chest floor. Gotta love it. And for the 5th cycle, we would go to the white wool, which is themed a normal day in Uganda. So I used a good old height brush just to fix these things because all the other people did was use just balls and cylinders from the look of it. So I was like, I'll use the height brush to make it a little more sense. But there's not much actually in this area. Well, there was plenty already done in this area. So basically, for the next few cycles, I didn't really do anything because the event lasted way longer than it needed to. I think it in total lasted like an hour and 45 minutes, and this is like, we're going on past the first hour. So I used the height brush here. I brought some funny stuff out of the floor, which was unintended. I added the wool box there. I covered it in obsidian, which later got removed sadly. And I put a trap in that last building there. The instant damage 4 potion if someone opens the door, which is pretty awesome. And that's that area. I didn't really add much to it. And this area, I added even less. I did absolutely nothing because I don't know how to build anything Undertale related because I haven't played Undertale. I haven't watched any Undertale playthroughs. I'm just ignorant when it comes to Undertale, so I didn't really do anything besides just fly around the area and explore. I did add the wool box location. I put a big old block display that later got removed because 4X was griefing me, but that's okay. I just wrote down a little lore book for this area because literally all that's here was done before me in the past hour and 15 minutes. So I decided to just goof off for this cycle because not much else to do. So you can see I put that giant lectern in that back right corner, and because there's not much to do. But from the look of it, the people before us, I guess they didn't really know how to use brushes and stuff. But I guess they did their best with their interpretation of Undertale. And then I decided to just add something for someone to clean up over there with that scaffolding bridge. And this one I did even less. I legitimately did not do anything besides fly around this area. I also just, we'll see it in a bit, but I just started wall running around the area with crying obsidian on the back walls. Because there's not much to do. It's been an hour and a half. And these are the last 15 minutes of the event. This is Star Wars. I also don't watch Star Wars, so I couldn't really even help to there. You can see me wall running across the area. I couldn't really do much to help, but that's okay. The area was pretty much done. And yeah, that was cycler number 3, everyone. A 6 wool map from the look of it. And you can see what I did. I hope you learned something. You can see how I would go about building shit when it comes to it. But if you want to see more events done like this, then let me know, I guess. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.